Getting the chat filters all set up, and then there we go. I am not fully awake. Just letting everybody know. Home late last night from Patriot meeting, which was another massive one. And I'll fill when I get a couple more people jumping in. I'll start filling in a little bit on how that went. Go through some of this stuff later. Ugh. Let's get back to this monstrosity. God's honest truth, I really don't know how to square this. Well, I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll check. Is it square? Let's check. Oh, fuck no. No. So let's do that. It is not square. That's the problem. See, that's where you run into shit. And I'm hoping not going to grind away too much of that material at the bottom, because if I overdo it, then what ends up happening is, it's not that it doesn't sit flat, it's that the framing disappears. At the same time, I guess ultimately it doesn't really matter. Hey, Edwin, good evening, my friend. How are you? How was your Saturday? Just going to turn a little towards me a bit. Let's toss in some coffee. Yeah, I'm a hurting unit today. I'm not going to lie. And why are you grinding on things? Why are you sanding? Sounds like a squeaky motor, Ray. Oh, that's even worse. I feel like a pony by Genuine. Unfortunately, I don't know the reference. Okay, let's see how we're fitting. Yeah, see, okay, there we go. Now that is fitting, at least on this side, much, much better. Yes. So now we've gotten this thing squared. I'm going to still drop it in order to get like this canopy to actually not just have this raised area. So far, so good. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. I'm going to send you a video by an Australian artist. Stuff is wild unless you're already heard of Kim Dracula. I've heard of, and that's about as far as it goes. Heard of. Right. Just realized my screen's a little dim. Give me a second here. Like me, it's a little dim. Okay. Yep. This thing is just... Of course. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? You gonna give me some hard time like that? Maybe it'll get stuck in there and I'm just gonna say, fuck it, we're done with this thing. Swap me today. I'll see if I can find you anything good. If this is an RC swap meet, see, this is your subversive way of trying to get me to become an RC guy. Oh, man. All right. I appreciate all the hearts that are coming my way. Thank you so much. Let's square this side. This one is planes, and yes, I'll grab you something if it's cheap enough. I like the one that you let me play with last time. That was fun. There we go. How's that looking? Grinding. Trying to get all my sanding done before Nick shows up. You know, my goal in life is to not upset Nick. I'm just actually, sorry guys, I'm just looking to see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oof, 11 masks. That's going to be fun. Hey, Seb. Good morning, my friend. How are you? I'm very tired. We had our Patriot scale modeling meeting last night, and it's like, I'll try if I can grab you something for like $10, $20. I need to find some cheap raffle prize for the club. Okay, that's cool. Dude, we were, FYI, hey, Nick, good morning. FYI, last night, we were given another donation of models. Oh, God. The good thing is, I looked at it, I said, I'm not taking them home. I am not taking them home. We temporarily put them in my vehicle, and it's like, we're distributing these because I don't have the space. Good. Just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I was on the night shift. Oh, nice. Hopefully, Seb, it was a nice quiet night for you. Quiet night. Oops. I'm bending part of the plateau tube. That doesn't surprise, really. Club liaison. That's my job. And I take my job seriously. Grind away a little bit more material. I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm going to start running into, fuck you. Yeah, calm night. I love calm nights. I'm happy to hear that. Listening and packing the truck for a day at the beach. Nice. I love it. Which beach are you guys going to? I'm not gonna lie. This is not. I think it's time to put something in there to prevent this from happening. Going to Surfside. Okay, yep, I know where Surfside is. Might have even been there once. I'm super serial. Yes, you are. I got a fairly big sign with a wheelchair on it. I've been tempted to park in the handicap spots and pretend it's my placard. Nice. It's getting very close. So let's see if this thing flies. I'm serious. It's getting very close. I'm not going to be fighting with trying to get shit out of this thing. Not. Right now, I'm already starting to scratch the canopy. That would be a first for me. Actually, watching a model get tossed into the trash. That's how the canopy's looking. 32 people on. Wow, crazy. Crazy, Spacey. Yeah, got some scratches on there. That'll be fun to clear up later. Okay, let's get something in there. I need to put in something temporarily because it's going to have to come out later. I'm just going to put a Pitot tube. I'm actually bending the Pitot tube too. Okay, putty and sand a canopy in place. Yeah. It's just trying to get the canopy out. Now, there is a second canopy for this thing. So I could do that, but I just I don't know. Like I said, just not really, not feeling it. You know, it's last night we were talking about during our meeting with a couple people about you build a model and you know it's like, oh, you know, you present it, it's like you're done with it. You put it on a table. No, I said putty and sand a canopy in place. Did Nick just say send something? Yeah, he said no. He said sand something. Yeah, he said sand. So, you know, once you're done with a model, if you're like, oh, hey, I can still touch it up, I can still do some stuff, I can strip it and repaint it. And my thought was, my question is always, how big is your backlog? And if your backlog is sizable enough, it's like, why not just leave that model be? Work on something else, right? You've got other models, work on those. Use this one as a foundation for something else rather than getting flashing. I'm wondering which of my lamps is starting to do that. So, you know, if a model is not kind of cutting it for you, or if you're done with it, move on to something else. You know, once at some point, and I've talked about this particularly when I was working on the Spartan. At some point, you just got to say, this is done. And my feeling is, once something is done, don't touch it. It's kind of like, you know, this is the same thing we were talking about last night, and I've had plenty of conversations. If you're a movie maker, leave your fucking movie alone. Oh, hey, this is the Star Wars Special Edition, and this is the Star Wars Special Edition with some additional stuff. It's like, be fucking done with it. Go make something else rather than revise what's already out there. And like I said, at some point, it's just move on. was almost perfect of a crash plane dial. It might end up being. The funny thing is, I was actually kind of getting excited on the paint scheme I was looking to do on it, but at the same time, you know. All right, so I got to bring it down just a little bit more. We're almost there, at least in terms of how much lower this thing needs to go. George Lucas has entered the chat. Oh, yay. Good old George Lucas. Yay. So it's possible, Nick. I just wasn't planning on doing a crash plane dial, but it is possible. And, you know, and to your point, if I threw this in the trash, there is a likelihood, like a day later, I'd pull it out and either start working on it again, because I never let a model defeat me. But it's just not in my nature to just put something in the garbage. It's just not. It's a horrible noise. Oh yeah, this thing that's a horrible noise. I'm sorry. And it's actually better than if I were going back and forth. I was going in the circle. Back and forth, it's even worse. I went down a pretty deep dive into that aircraft. I want to build an RC-1 now. Nice. Do it. Do it. Okay. All right, so the canopy now is pretty fucking close to being where I need it to be. There's very little lip there. And there's enough lip there that to the point where I could just say, I don't care. He's actually assaulting a hamster. Poor Hammy. Poor Hammy. In fact, all right. There we are. And today is got myself a multi-tools and an SD full armor kit as birthday gift. Ooh, Edwin, is today your birthday, Edwin? I'm going to test the thinning ratio for primer, but it was already right. Yeah. And do you can you only paint outside? All right. I think if I glued that in place, it should be fine. Maybe we should just trade sanding sponges. I'll give you all my 120 and 240 for your 600 and 800. Maybe. We can talk a little bit. We can talk. 600 and 800. Anathema. All right. This is done. Let's see. Let's get physical. That is my... Which blades? There are multiple blades here. Got to find the blades that work with the with this thing. I'm going to change out the blade. Get a sharp one. I'm going to start doing some masking on this thing. And then we're going to do, I got a little pile here. Little pile. We'll do a little pile of show and tell here. Tiny pile. I don't think that's the one. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah, those look like it. Gee, I'm back. Cool plane. It's an all right plane. You should have been here about 10 minutes ago when the thing almost went flying. Literally. Okay, I'm done. Then let's see what a crash plane really looks like. That's kind of fascinating. Yeah. These planes look awfully small, but I could be wrong. Try to see if I have one that's a package that's open before I tap into these. Yeah. Plane is fine. His attitude, not so much. Not so much. That's right. It's not about the plane. It's about the George. Fuck that. It's the plane, Ray. I will repeat what I said earlier for those who, there it is, who may have missed it. I'm definitely feeling a little punchy today. Not gonna lie. I'm operating on probably about 3 hours of sleep, so it's definitely going to be a fun session. Curious to see if I actually go the whole show. Hey, Julius. Good morning. Someone needs a hug and a forehead kiss. Nice. What's going on, brother? Glad to see you. Happy Saturday to you. Blade. Oops. Yeah, I'll just drop it in here. My crap blade box. Whole 3 hours. Must be nice. A whole 3 hours? What do you mean? Oh, for you. Well, yeah, but you're a young dad. It's kind of an expected thing. I'm an old man. It's not expected. Really haven't been able to get sleep. Oh, really? At all, Julius? See, Julius is old. I have understanding for Julius. You young guys, no. Not so much. My empathy came to an end. Oh, Lord. All right. I don't think I'm going to need this, but I'm going to pull it out anyway. Oh, I am going to need it because I'm going to cut some tape. My big rolls. Where did I put my little rolls? Give me a second here as I try to find where the hell I am. Julius, how's things going, by the way? I don't think I've asked. Is your kitchen project, I'm assuming your kitchen project at this point is done, correct? right, still looking for stuff. I did start working on something else last night. I've got another thing I'm on deck here. Hey, Dwayne, good morning. How are you, my friend? Starting to recover? Holy spacing out. No. Oh, there they are. That's one of them. No, we just finished sticking tiles to the wall. Gonna go out in a few days. Oh, nice. Julius, hold it. Are you doing that work yourself or otherwise? I am not. Sorry, Dwayne. All right, let's see if we can figure out. Okay. This is going to be fun. I'm going to start with the worst of the bunch. So take a look at that maybe it's better to do it this way. See that canopy there? There you go. Got to cut a mask for that. And there's one on the other side too. Still jet lag, yeah. Don't model when jet lagged. Yeah, probably not a good idea. Snapping together is something okay, though. I will tell you, there have been a number of nights when I'm sitting there snapping something together, watching TV, and starting to doze off. And in fact, I think I did that with the. I'm working on the Rosenzulu upstairs, just snapping it together. It's not a good model. I look at even the final design of this thing. The box and how it looked in the movie looked a lot better. I'm looking at the model. It's like, I'm not so sure about this one. Got any lint chocolate balls? Maybe a couple. 2-stitch lesson. Yeah. I feel meat lagged right now. Yeah, Peter, dude, I got to tell you, I got home 12:30-ish. I think when time did I crawl into bed? And then I just had a bunch of stuff just to kind of wrap up before crawling into bed, bringing everything in. I think I'm, like I said, I'm operating at probably around 3.5 hours. Anyway, glad to see you, Peter. Thank you for popping in. Both of us using a contractor, one that's beyond my skill level, which has been most of the work. I love it. I know enough to get myself into trouble. Cool. Trouble's good. Then hopefully you have somebody there who can bail you out. If you separate the clear and foil from the wrapper, the foil makes a great window mask. The foil, you know what actually I'm going to do? Ooh. Actually, cut my finger 2 nights ago, slipped my hobby knife. Oh, yeah. Everything is good, but lesson learned. Yes, indeed. I forgot. I've got parafilm. Let's try the parafilm. Never done it before. Definitely a good lesson. Never used parafilm. This, if I'm correct, I can stretch right over the entire thing and then cut around it. So, Ray, appreciate it, but I think I'm going to try this stuff because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Now, I also don't know if this stuff is still good. It's been sitting here for a little while. Did you need stitches? I'm hoping not, because it sounds like everything is good. So I'm hoping that means there were no stitches. We want to go, we're going to do it this way. Cut these off. The model is really important to you, but it's okay to try new things. So I'm trying. Yeah. No, this is like the perfect model to try new things on, because if it's a failure, I don't feel bad. I do not feel bad. Oops. Stuff is kind of groovy. Middle finger. Oh, you did get stitches. Oh, oh my, Dwayne, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Wow, the way you kind of played it off, I'm thinking, it must be all right. Just kind of dropped it a little bit. Oh, mercy. Doing good so far. Thanks, Peter. Oh, man. Dwayne, I'm sorry. I feel callous now. Like the callous shit that I am. And had to get a stitch and must have got the nerve because I still can't feel. Oh, yeah. And it's been about 4 years. Ouch. Ouch. All right. I'm going to cut this excess off here. If I can get this thing masked this morning, it is possible. I may airbrush at least something on here. I'm not even sure I'm going to put primer on this thing. I might just go right to the whatever lacquer color I decide to put on it. I think we're okay. All meat. Oh, mercy. All right, so before we, real quickly, so this stuff is pretty cool. I literally stretched it around it. It's interesting. I started placing it. As you start pulling it, it stretches around, but it keeps its integrity, and it just thins itself out. So, gonna see how it works. John Bias has talked about using this stuff. Mason uses this stuff. That might be a hair under there. I might have done some damage. Could also just be that I've got a bubble underneath. Frankly, don't care. So we'll see how this stuff pans out. All right, so before, what sucks about cutting your hand, really tough doing your own sutures. Yeah. Let's do a quick little show and tell real quickly. So last night, one of my members, one of my buddies from, actually I've known him through the Gundam community as well. I guess he had printed a bunch of water slides. These are specifically, I think, for Dozel Zabi Zaku. And he had these things printed incorrectly. So he's like, hey, if you want these things, go for it. So these are literally just, custom printed. And the print quality on these things looks pretty fabulous. Now, you have to cut all the way around it, which is going to be interesting. But I kind of like the design pattern on these things. I might see if I can find some place to put them. It probably won't be a Zaku, but we'll see what we can do. It's really smart. I would never have thought to use it that way. Peter, I'm sorry, I might have missed it. What are you talking about? Hey, Tom, good morning. Anyway, so we got that. This is pretty cool. I didn't bring it down here. I don't think I have it down here, but Mason also gave me a sheet of Delpy decals for the Dendrobium. So that was kind of nifty, and I appreciated that as well. Oh, the paraffin film. Yeah, stretching it for mass. That's kind of where I first heard about it. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And so far, just the application process seems to be good. Now, let's see what happens after I cut it and if the film still sticks to what you want it to do. Because I don't know much about the material and what its tacky process, its tackiness is. We'll see. Anyway, so the other thing is, so I saw this on AliExpress, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Canopy, Tom. I'm working on I'm going to cut out a mask for a canopy. So I saw this on AliExpress, and it's like, I've got a couple of Maquet kits, and I like Maquet, But they they're good. They're fun. I love the look. It's not my favorite look, but it is pretty cool. But I saw something that was like, hey, you can build something that will take your maquet in a different level, and that is that they have, and it looks like, in my opinion, this looks like it was probably a recast. So you got a cockpit, which the details are pretty shit. Using chemistry labs to cover beakers. Yeah, exactly. But it seems to have found its way into this hobby. So that's kind of cool. And then on top of that, we'll sit the cat pilot. That is exactly it. Now, the cat itself looks pretty nicely detailed. I still think it's a recast, but it looks pretty cool. They include a seat, which is pretty okay. Controls, arms, a couple of other things here too. But anyway, yeah. They also had on this is on AliExpress. They also had a piglet, which came close, but I like the cat one a little bit better. So this kind of gives me a little bit of thought about. So our and Peter, you're going to probably be the first one to find this out because I think you're the only one from Patriot who's here. So our theme build for Patriot this year is Animal Kingdom. So I may just make a maquet kit with this kitty cat for our theme build, which means I will likely need to start this thing in the next, where we May right now. I'd like to start this by June. Get it done and then get back to something else. Seems like a cat would do something a cat would do. Exactly. This all looks bootleg. Oh, it definitely looks bootleg. Yeah, the quality of the molds doesn't look all that great, but again, I've never seen it before. It's the first place, and I figured I'd buy it, right? Dear George, I'm only 57. Is that old? Julius, you and I are closer in age, if we're talking about what we were talking about just a few minutes ago, than Nick. Nick's our baby here. I think he's still our baby. I do want to follow up with this. So in the bag or in the box that came with, I'm going to show you guys this. So you finished so far since I'm no longer on every day. Nothing. I'm close to getting Misa Hayase done. I've just got to repaint her. I'm going to re-airbrush her her arms. I'm also going to use some. I'm going to try some masking tape around it too before I hit the sleeves again. Sleeves didn't come out all that great. Anyway, so I'll show you guys this card. It's kind of hard to read. It's going to be backwards, I assume, but this came with it. I'm just a baby, a little baby. You are. I could have a son your age. That scares the shit out of me. Anyway, attention. Do not touch my model to avoid injury. Technically, yeah, next baby is the baby. No, that's the grandbaby. That's the grandbaby. Anyway, I love this thing. So this is going to find a home somewhere, I think, in the display area of a little prominence. Maybe get like a little placard for it or a little frame for it. But that was really cool. Anyway, little show and tell there, my friends. Little show and tell. I got that same sticker. I probably got figures from that seller. Yeah, but it's likely. That's a nice warning sign. It's, I think, kind of like in a nice, friendly way of reminding, don't touch my shit. And real quickly, last night, just because I needed to start something, assembling something, I started working on the Panther KF51 from, yes, it's from Vespid, which means it's already kind of got some craziness going on to it. But I mean, this thing just looks looks the shit. I'm just gonna call it. Anyway. So that's that might be my build during our meetings kind of thing. Should make a copy. I'm not even sure if it's a sticker. I haven't been able to peel it back. It could be. You know, if you adjust your setup, we wouldn't be seeing things in reverse. Maybe. I haven't had the wherewithal to look any further, Tom. No offense to you guys. I just don't care. And right now, I'm kind of in a fuck it, I just don't care mood because I'm just really tired. So sorry. You expect so much from me. All I do for you, and you expect so much more from me. I have an even better tank than that. Oh, a better one. Oh, where's the coffee, George? Oh, it's within arm's reach, and it's being drunk. Now dance, monkey. I think I'm getting some decals printed. I don't have enough art yet to make it worth it, though. Sorry to come up with stuff for models that don't exist yet. Yeah. So you're talking about like water slides. I'm sorry, just want to make sure for water slides for yourself. Drink it. Oh, I did. I don't think there's enough in that cup, though, to keep me going. We're here to see George face and hear his banter. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm glad at least I'm providing some level of entertainment. Yes, I am the monkey. There we go. All right, let's give this thing a... Let's give it a wing ding, shall we? Sorry, guys. I'm actually just trying to see what the hell I'm doing here. Yes, water slides. Nice. Custom water slides. Yeah. I've printed some of my own. I've had some people make some stuff. It's just, again, getting the idea of what you want to do, right? Whoops. I cannot tell. The other thing is I can't tell how much pressure I'm putting on here. I don't have a good feel for that yet. Same boat, still making mine. Daughter has been up since... Oh! Ouch. Yeah, I guess she's getting adjusted to it too, right, Dwayne? I keep forgetting it's not just us sometimes, right? It's our family. Mike, what's going on, brother? Good morning. I need some of them to be white so I can't DIY them. Yeah. I'm trying to think, who is it that has the ability? Aura from our club might have the ability to print white. Can't recall now. I think he did print white. All right, everyone. Good to talk and see you. George, over to YouTube. I'm going to try to get a few hours of sleep before the dogs make me take them out for a walk. All right, Julius. Good seeing you, brother. Always good to have you here. Always good to have you. And if we don't talk the rest of the weekend, enjoy. All right, there's one. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here, please. All right. Let's see how that turns out. So nice to have you more life size. Really? Gotta tell you, Tom, when I hear that, it kind of gets me nervous. You want to see me more life size? Sound like a blow-up doll. Yep. All right, let's peel. Fuck. Fuck that one. Well, maybe not. Nope, nope, maybe not. I think I cut that well enough, but I can cut it again. Whew. Hey, Tom. Well, more like I don't have to look down at the tiny screen. Yeah, but with a tiny screen, I'm assuming you can be in bed. It means you can watch me in all this glory, and you don't have to rise from bed. Scheisse, scheisse. I think I missed a corner here. No, I need to get healthier and get fat. Well, I'm just saying, you can just, you can do all this from the luxury of being in bed. That's all I'm saying. Before I forget, hey Mike, real quickly, did I see correctly that yesterday was somebody's birthday? Yes, I'm putting you on the spot. Bang. All right. It's on. Nope. No, I'm wrong, or no, you're not going to tell me. Well, can't say I cut it perfectly, but let's see how it goes. Birthday wasn't yesterday. Oh, really? Am I correct in assuming though your birthday is right around this time, or am I just? I thought I saw something come up on my calendar. I'm just kind of curious, Mike. I was going to wish you a happy birthday, belated one, but that's fine. Well, I'll wish you a belated happy birthday for whenever your birthday is. It's to, oh, there we go. What's coming up? Happy birthday, Mike. Well, I feel better now. I feel like at least I didn't miss it. Thanks, man. Yeah, awesome, man. So, any plans for the day, Mike? Are you gonna do anything special, or is it just gonna be kids take care of dad? May babies, May babies. Nothing special planned. Yeah, my favorite kind. It's like I like when people say, "What do you want to do?" Not really much. Maybe go out to a restaurant or something like that, and that's kind of it. For me, it's always like if I want to do something special for my birthday, it's I don't want to work. How's that? All right. So that worked out, seems to be pretty well. Let's see what happens after we get paint on here. But right now, this seems to be, I like that I don't have to worry um, I don't have to worry uh, about rounded surfaces when doing this. What you have to do, give this stuff a good pull by the looks of things. There we go. Thanks, guys. Nothing special. Yeah. If it was 30 plus years, we would want to go to Dave and Buster's or Great Adventures. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, this thing. Fuck. Let's see if I can get this thing repulled. This other side came undone. No, we're just going to repull this whole thing. 30 years ago? Yeah, maybe Dave and Buster's. Nah. Let's see the good meal. Oh, fuck yeah. I thought about that years ago about how, as you start getting older, how your tastes start to change, right? Now, there's things that will stick with you the rest of your life, right? But like, when I was young, especially like right after college, my first couple of jobs, it's like I went to my primary job, I went to my bike shop job, and we went out to the bar almost every night and did that for a few years. And that's something that's like now, no way in hell. Give me a nice, quiet restaurant with excellent food. Doesn't have to be expensive, just has to be excellent. And maybe either a nice quality beer or a nice quality wine. And I'm off to the races. Keeping it simple. Anyway, not to take away from Mike's day, because this is about Mike today. But Mike, this is great, man. I'm happy for you. I'm glad it's your birthday. Hopefully you're doing something well. We a couple weeks back, Mike, when we were down at QU, my wife and I drove through New Haven, and I think we saw where you worked. Do you work at is it at the Peabody Museum down there? Is that what it's called? The art museum? Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I'm losing the edge here. Excuse me. There we go. Yale University Art Gallery on Chapel Street. Okay. Now, yeah. Cool. Anyway, we enjoyed driving through there. That was kind of fun. My daughter is getting more and more excited about heading down there, which makes me excited. She's not going to Yale. She's going to Quinnipiac, but she's going to be spending a lot of time in the New Haven area. And of course, when we were driving through through parts of Yale. I guess there's like a Galleria area. We're driving through that area. And of course, we saw one of her favorite places, which is like a Lululemon shop. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let her know about that. That's amazing. Great little area there. Oh, yeah. Peabody Museum is at Harvard. Yeah, there's a Peabody Museum. Yeah, I thought, again, we drove by. I was driving. I wasn't paying full attention. I thought I saw Peabody, but I could be totally wrong. Thank you, Peter. Best pizza in the world. Oh, yeah. Dude, what? Okay, actually, because I know Mike is in that area, right? And if it was time to roll out, Nick, have a good time at the beach, my friend. Take some photos and send them to me personally. Don't do the Instagram thing. I'd love to see how the kiddos are doing. Pepe's Clam Pizza. I love Pepe's Pizza. I'm not a big fan of their clam pizza, but they're great. Now, here's a question about Pepe's, Peter, right? And I want to ask Mike about this. Pepe seems to be branching out into other locations, which to me is anathema. Can't do that. Grew up in Fairfield. Enjoy the beach, Nick. Yeah. It's Yale's Natural History Museum. That's why. Okay, so we did drive by that place. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Anyway, Pepe's is great, but that they're actually kind of branching out is kind of rough. All right, let's see how this goes. These are more squarish. White clam pie is my favorite. Is it really? So you like the white clam pie too? I've enjoyed it, but not that much. It's not my favorite of the bunch. I've never been, to be honest. It's Pepe. I'm Pepe's curious. Oh man, maybe we have to do a trip down there, dude. Talk about that in a second. Sleeping Giant is near that college. Good spot for tiny trucking. Nice. With Ray, it's always about the tiny trucking. Yeah, he used to take us to Modern and Pizza. I don't know if it's still there. Modern? Yeah, actually, I'd like to know a little bit more about that. I like Pepe's, but actually, now that they've become more commercialized, I'm kind of wondering how their quality is. At the clam pizza area 4 in Cambridge. It's the bomb. There's a Frank Pepe's in Manchester. It's not as good as the hype, though. Yeah, that's the problem. We've been to one down in, I think it's down in the further south. There's a Pepe's up in Brookline, Mass. Now, I think it's becoming too commercialized, and that's the problem. The original oven is what makes those pizzas special. Maro's good also. Also Sally's. Yeah, I drove by Sally's too. So, yeah. So, Mike, question. Again, the original Pepe's is great. Are there other pizza joints that you would recommend down in the New Haven area? So you mentioned Sally's and what was the other one? And Modern? Want a pizza tour? Yeah. I don't drink that much anymore. It's not as good as it used to be. Yeah. I drive by them all every day. Nice. Modeling pizza tour. Yeah, see, that would be kind of cool. This Indian restaurant right at the time machine. Yeah, I know we keep talking about that. One of these days I'm gonna have to check that one out. Bar has a good mashed potato pie. Cool. Yeah, I would love to do that. So we were talking last night while I was up at we were at before the Patriot meeting. We were talking to the dinner folk that Um, that Brantford, I went to Brantford Hobbies, and it's like it's a fun place to visit, crazy place to visit. That would be a good thing to do. Just go down there, do like a hit Brantford, hit a restaurant, kind of hang out. Would be kind of a fun thing to do with a bunch of fun, as was it as Plasmo says, with a bunch of fellow modelers. That could be fun. Right. In fact, there's a place called, oh shit, there's an Indian restaurant that we've now kind of like really begun to favor when we're down at the Quinnipiac area. It's not very far from the school, probably about 4 miles. Um, right on Whitney, I think is what it is. I think it's Whitney. And the food is fabulous. A couple from Milan pizza place near me recently. It's the for real deal. Really, Peter. Peter, we're gonna have to hang out there at some point. I need a good pizza. There's something about like in many ways I love good food. I don't care what it is. I just love good food. But I also like good simple food sometimes. Like get me a good pasta dish. Get me a good simple pizza. It's like ice cream. Like you want to test a good ice cream joint? Test their vanilla. Me too. DC area sucks. That sucks. New Haven is a good food town. Yes, it appears to be. For pizza, anyway. Yeah. Really? How can they suck? That's kind of wild. Something tells me I'm going to be doing a little bit of scraping here after I'm done. Which I'm okay with. So I probably should have cleaned. This is the one mistake I made. I probably should have cleaned the windshield before I laid down the parafilm. It's lifting a little bit. Pizza in Cali sucks. Really? I remember having some good pizza there. It's been about a long time now, but I remember having some good pizza out there. I grew up between New Haven and New York. I have a very high bar for pizza. Yeah, exactly. You should. And let's be honest, don't Greeks make the best pizza? Had to throw that out there. Fratello's is a good pizza too, but it's not a pizza. Is a pizza different from a pizza? It's perfectly serviceable pie, but I have refined taste. Dwayne, I love that. Rather. Great diner food. Yeah. Oh, see, I love me a good diner. I love me a good diner. Where did my wife and I go when we were down there last time? Fuck, where did we go for lunch? We went to dinner at the Indian place, and we went to where did we go for lunch? Now I gotta figure this one out. I'm spacing out on it now. New Haven style is a pizza. Oh, really? Did not know. All right, I think I got that one done. Let us move on. So it looks like Peter and I might be having to go hang out at this pizza place and maybe do like a nice movie conversation. What do you think, Peter? Means like we've got to watch some more movies. A little delinquent in that department. The last movie I watched recently on Criterion. I watched The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the original, which I saw when I was in college. It was a movie we watched in class, and I got to tell you, really well done, extremely well done. Pronounced Abits. Really? Sounds good. Yay! Pronounced Abits. Yeah, I love Pelham 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the original. It's also kind of funny because it's a little. In some ways, it hasn't aged very well, but in other ways, it's like spot on. It's just like a perfect heist. Like again, heist film. I guess is the best way to call it. And no, I did not see the remake because I try not to do remakes if I can avoid it. Why do a remake when you can see the original? There we go. Got 3 of the 6 of these top windows done. Just watched The Fall last night. Very beautiful film from 06. Why do I feel like I know that film? American Neapolitan dialect. Ah, got it. Abits. So is it kind of like there's a little bit of Americanism thrown into that Italianism? Keeping a log of what I watched now, and damn, I watched a lot of stuff. Hopefully, it's good stuff, Tom. Have you seen Charlie Varick? Another good Walter Matthau crime movie from that era. No, but I've heard of the film, but I have not. Tarsum Singh recently distributed by movie. Okay, yes. Dwayne, correct me if I'm wrong. It's got some. Isn't it about a bit of a fantasy film, like a dark fantasy, where I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time. But this is it a kid or somebody has like this fantasy of having these superhero type people or these supernatural type of people? Let me know, Dwayne. I know I've seen something about that, but I could be wrong. You know, geriatric brain, shit happens. Just ramp a little bit. Nailed it. Okay, good. All right, so I'm on the same page. Yeah, every time I've seen like previews for that thing, it's like, man, that looks really good. Thank you, Dwayne. Depending on what you define as good, as people's opinions differ. Yes, but my opinion matters more than anybody's. Tom, you've got to get that in your head. Can you please, for Christ's sakes, get that in your head? Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? I'm watching a lot of Italian giallo stuff from the early '70s lately. Again, nice. Get enough practice, and I'll let you fly the GB. Ooh, maybe. Only if it's the real GB. I want to hop in the one that's at the at Neem. What an appease your magazine. Tom, I mean, I just hate to put it this way, but if I'm right, then I'm right. Fair enough. I appreciate it. Process of becoming conscious. Oh, man. Okay, I'm off. Enjoy the day. Mike, you enjoy the day. Enjoy your birthday today, brother. Thanks for popping in. Hope I have a good time with your family and just doing what you want to do. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. I try and remember. I'm going to botch it, so I'm not going to repeat it. But there's a line from, I think, the last episode of the William Hartnell Doctor Who's. So we're talking about 1966, where he makes a comment very similar to what I just said about, kind of go out there and, do good and prove to everybody that what I taught you was right. Literally is what he was saying. And I thought that was really, really well done. That's kind of what I'm telling Tom right now. Tom, just go out there and prove to the world that everything I say to you is right. Yeehaw. There we go. Ooh. Speaking of British TV, ever watch Yes Minister? I've never watched Yes Minister. It's always been sort of like one of those series that I know it's like Yes Minister and Yes Prime Minister are a series that probably should be watched. Never have. But that era of British TV, say from like the 60s, 70s, 80s into the 90s, I mean, I love all that stuff. Even I love British TV. Generally speaking, I would rather watch British television than watch American television. So, Robert, obviously you seem to really like it. What makes it a standout for you? Definitely watch Yes Minister OMG, best political satire. Really, in today's climate, I think that would make a lot of sense. What's it on, Robert, by the way? Oh, Benny Hill. Well, okay. I liked Benny Hill, and it was definitely, I guess, in some ways, especially for us Americans, groundbreaking. But I'm not sure it aged very well. Maybe I'm wrong. I will say he was quite the comedian. Yo. You do has a bunch of clips, but you lose the context of the full episodes. Yeah, it's silence. I think you can stream from BritBox now or other more questionable sites. I don't mind the questionable, but I might actually resubscribe to BritBox and shit can Amazon. Haven't decided yet. That's been sort of like a thought. Or shit can Apple TV. Don't even watch. I mean, we love Ted Lasso and watched a few things on there, but you know, too many streaming services out there. You just got to find the ones that you're likely going to spend the most time with. I think I might up my membership to. I'm a PBS member, and given what just happened with, President Looney Tune, I think I'm going to have to up my membership. Mighty Boosh. Love British crime drama. British crime dramas are great. Murderbot looks good. Murderbot, I don't know if I know that one. This show really showcases the dynamics between elected officials and career civilians when running the government. Oh, really? See, that does sound kind of cool. And I know it's a comedy. And it's obviously because it went from Yes Minister to Yes Prime Minister. So I'm assuming, I mean, it was a long running series, right? Mighty Boosh. I think I've heard of that. All right. Let's start peeling and see what we got. It was in 3 series. So it was a sequel series for 1 season. Okay. But the impact it had was way bigger than its runtime. Really. It sounds like it is because I mean, like I said, I've never watched it, but it's always cropped up as like one of those you have to see series if you're into the British deal. Give me a second here, guys. Let's go around the corner. I will say so far, I'll use that tape. Hey, Jaden. Good evening. How are you? So far, this parafilm thing is pretty good. I'm not going to say it's better than masking tape. I think the proof is going to be once this stuff, because right now this lifted, so I got to repress this down. But I'm probably testing this more than like I know like Mason uses this stuff for a lot of his Gundam work, which in my opinion is probably a little less critical. I'm not saying it's not, than it is to do canopies. Like canopies just suck. Watching I Claudius, it's really good. Hadn't seen it since I was a kid. Wow, I've been dying to watch I Claudius again. I take it back to watch it. I started watching it about a decade ago, and bagged off it. I really need to get back to it. So, guys, it's peeling the stuff up in corners is the like any tape, right? It's always the hard part. Damn it. I'm lifting. And break from Gunpla, working on a figure bus, and oh, nice! And I'm struggling to find good masking solutions. I would recommend parafilm. So far, this stuff is really flexible and it seems to work quite nicely. I'm reserving judgment until full judgment until I actually paint. But at least in terms of laying it down, it's pretty good. It's like stretchy masking tape, literally. So I'm still learning that. So I think that the tighter you stretch it, the better it sticks. But at the same time, I don't know if I overstretch it, will it make it too thin? I don't know. I'm assuming the answer is probably not so much. It should be fine because I guess this has got obviously medical applications and you're trying to prevent shit from going back and forth. Um, Silly putty. Oh, silly putty's great. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Dwayne, 100%. Couldn't agree with you more. Love me the silly putty. Silly putty, blue tack. Must have really botched it on this one. Shite. And the mask is starting to come up, which we'll see what happens. As long as it doesn't blow off while I'm airbrushing, I guess it'll be fine. Went anime Abbotsford Market today and got myself a Figma Guyver. Wow, 2F and Kyoto Ava unit type 1 type for blah 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 blah. I don't even know what any of that is. Wall support goods weapons. Nice. Sounds like you had a fun time at shopping. It's in blue tag, but there's some really fine detail. I'm worried about relative height of the mask on. Liquid mask is also useful at times. Agreed, Peter. Hi, George. It's Katie. Hope you have a good day. Katie, thank you so much. And you too. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see each other soon. Working on a bust of Kratos for a friend of mine. That tattoo was a pain. Yeah, then blue tack, silly putty, and liquid mask, all of it. Even this stuff here, this parafilm, could be quite good for stuff like that. Katie, do you guys have any special plans for the day? Doing anything fun? Richie, good morning. I've been spoiling myself. Nothing wrong with that. Talk about that in a second. Any recommendation on a good liquid mask brand? Um, Shit. What did I just pick up? I just picked up some stuff from Micro. No, where the hell was it? Oh, here it is. I have not tried it. I've not had good success with the Vallejo stuff, so I decided to try this. This is the Micro Mask Liquid Masking Medium, which should be available because it's by microscale. It should be available at most traditional shops. On our way to the NCRCC swap meet. Yeah, you were mentioning that. That's awesome. What's going on, Richie? I'm starting an HG. Ooh, HG. Taking a break from the Easy 8. Now you're talking my language. Okay, I'll have to check AA Hobbies for what issue did you have with Vallejo? Just the way it lays down, it dries so quickly. So by the time you actually start to pull your brush up, and again, I'm not saying that this stuff is any better. I don't know. But that stuff I always had where you start to apply it, and once it starts to tack, if your brush is still there, you're still trying to brush it on, like you got to do one pass. If you try to do multiple passes of it, it will start to lift it. Two Lady Snowbird movies from the library. I'm gonna watch the first one tonight. Nice. God, I know I watched the first one years ago. Fun film. I gotta tell you, Peter, libraries are the best. Like, if you're part of like what we have here in Massachusetts, we have both our local library groups, like you got your library, then you got like a small consortium, and then you've got Commonwealth Catalog, which means you can get anything from the state. Oh, I do that all the time. Oh, and by the way, Peter, if you ever want to borrow my 4K uh, Seven Samurai, let me know. Yeah, those are interesting and fun films. I got to get my server back up and running. There's a lot of stuff I've bought and put on there, and it's haven't had access to it in a while. I think I missed something. I think I missed a lot of things. What the hell's going on here? So that I did such a clean job, I didn't even see where the hell I cut. Cool things. I don't have a Blu-ray player actually. Oh, that's a bummer. 4K on disc is the best. You work in the right. You work in a right. I got most of my local DVDs into collecting discs again. Yeah, most of my local. I'm sorry, I'm missing something for you. Is where you work in AV. Yes, I work in AV. Yep. I actually don't even have a. I don't use a disc player. I just rip everything right to my hard drive. I take it back. I do have one disc player. I reset up my Laserdisc player. Back again. You can get them so cheap. Oh, absolutely. I assume you're compressing them. Oh God, no, uncompressed. There's a software out there called Make MKV. So you make it into a Matroska file. Perfectly fine. I want to get more kits. Tom, I thought you were cutting back on kits. But yeah, uncompressed. My feeling has always been, if you're compressing the movies, why are you doing that? Pay for the quality. Ah, fuck. One of those things came. Yeah, that one's gone. I'm gonna have to redo at least one of these. Oh, make that two. That's fine. I'm gonna redo two of those. I don't care much for anything else really, except for buying models. Are you drinking coffee at 4:40 a.m.? Well, here it's actually 7:40 a.m. So yeah, absolutely. And I'm already well behind on the amount of coffee I need inside me. Just kids, yeah. I recently made my last Gunpla purchase for probably the foreseeable future with the tariffs. Oh God, yeah, yeah. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. A good library app for discs. Library app. Which one are you using, Dwayne? Hi, hi Emma. How are you? Spaced out there for a second. Grab a Chinese kit off of Gundam Place and some G rework decals. Hong Kong. Yep. I am definitely drinking coffee now because I'm an Olympia watcher. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I'm here in Massachusetts. So, oh, absolutely. So it is definitely. It's been coffee 30 since 5:30. So, gonna head out. Have a great weekend, everyone. Peter, you too, brother. We'll touch base soon. All right. Big thumbs up from Emma. My Movies Pro barcode scanner is great. My Movies Pro barcode scanner. We have to talk about that at some point, Dwayne. See you, Peter. I'm gonna say this only because we have Emma here. I'm gonna try to the profanity level will not be going there. So AliExpress, I started going through my cart. I got my wish list. I'm going through. almost everything is now no longer available. Will not ship to this, either is no longer available or will not ship to your region. I'm using my sister's phone. I'm a boy. Oh, welcome. Yes, sir. I'll DM you on BS. Yeah, sounds good. We can definitely talk about that, Dwayne. Dwayne, I can also at some point we'll connect in other ways too. I'm less and less on social media except for this, so I can also I can get you some personal contact info. What's your Cash App? I have no Cash App. I don't do this for money. I just do this because you know what? I love just talking to people. Thanks. Dump on that. Dump on that. Whoops. That's the plan. That's the plan. Welcome to the dark times. The dark times. Oh yeah, dude. My entire cart. It's like I was going through just looking at like I have a number of 1/35th scale figures. I was gonna Cash App you. Yeah, honestly, I appreciate it. I don't want to make money at this because once you start making money at this that way, then I kind of feel like, why am I doing this? I'm not doing this. I'm doing this because I want to just have a fun time with the community. And hopefully you'll learn something, and you probably won't. So hopefully, but you probably won't. Let's see. Welcome to the Darkness. Yes, okay. Yeah, I grabbed two. There's a matching for the MGEX Freedom and PGU grants, as well as Photo Ash for MG. AliExpress sunk it in like 2 days before the $800 was killed. Yep. Temu also suspended shipments. I don't use it, but I heard, yeah, I don't use that either. Or dump. I'll be back. Sounds good, Chi. We'll be here. So, yeah, I've got like 1/35th scale figures gone. Most of the models, I've got a couple of models showing up today. Their price has gone at least twice to maybe 3 times more, or they're not available anymore. A lot of the stuff that I've got in there, it's like, okay, I want to maybe add this to my cart. No longer available. It's all of that stuff has disappeared. Where did you get the PGU masks? That's a mighty fine question. Robert, if you could answer Dwayne's question, that'd be great. But this is an interesting time, you know. And again, I'm trying to keep the politics out of the day-to-day thing. It is getting harder to do that, especially as it now impacts our hobby. You know, a couple days ago, our illustrious president made a comment about AliExpress. Unfortunately, yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. It's trashed. Good luck trying to find stuff. The comment of having, you know, like if you don't need to have, you know, your $30. Just get them $2. That's all they need. And if it costs more, it costs more. That kind of attitude I find very disheartening because I like buying models. I may not build all of them, but you know what? That's my decision. And I don't want to have somebody say, no, you can't have that. No, you don't need that. That's not for you to say. Not for you to say. Yeah, they only make them in China. So yeah. Yeah, I said no more kits for this year, but I already got like 8. Tom, you liar. This is why that whole conversation we had when Mike was doing that last year of I'm not buying kits. It's like, I won't do that. I'll never make that promise. Never. Same here. Some of my saved items are marked as not available in your region, even though I already did buy it once. Exactly, Seth. It is challenging. Two of the models that I've got coming, one has gone up in price by, I think, about 125, 145%. And the other one is no longer available. And there was another model I wanted to pick up, but it wasn't huge interest in it. But just it's like, yeah, it'd be kind of a good one to have. I can't find it anymore. Gee, you have a nice weekend too. Thanks for popping in. Always nice to see new people and new faces. MLs and board games are going to be hurting a lot. You don't need that. I disagree. The country needs that economic activity. I think Mike is the only one successful at meeting that challenge. Absolutely. That's why don't make a promise that you can't fulfill. And maybe, I'm sorry, this is going to get a little political. Mr. President, can you please listen to that? If you make a promise, people are going to expect that you fulfill it. So I try not to make promises that I can't honor. Hell, even if he had restricted AliExpress and exempted us retailers when they that would have been more sensible. Yeah. Again, the sensibility has just gotten flushed down the toilet. And again, I'm not looking to make this into a political conversation. Tune in on Thursday at 7 o'clock, and we'll have a grand old time. Have you ever flown a plane? When I was 2 years ago, I was taught how to fly a plane. It was hella fun. Flying a plane? Really? How long ago? And how old were you? Wow. I just realized as my left is still in a cast. Your arm. Yep. A lactose intolerant at 8-10 months. Whoa. Well, Eth, the only thing I can say to that is TMI. Well, thank you. How's your arm doing, brother? Maybe the tariffs will help us accomplish this goal. Accomplish what goal? 2 years ago. Wow, you were 10. Wow, damn. Hey, I think that there is some benefit to trying to reshore some stuff. I think the way it's being done, that the expectation that people are going to now be reemployed rather than having automation. I mean, automation is the future, guys. So with all that being said, I'm not sure that this is a good decision. In fact, I think it's a wrong one. Well, I got to get to bed. All right, you have a good one. All right. Thank you for popping in. Have a nice rest of your morning, early morning. Goal of not getting kits for the year. Oh, it will help us accomplish this goal. Well, yes, but once again, I shouldn't be dictated to. Let me make my decision. Yes, it'll help, but don't force that decision upon me. Actually, reshoring and automation aren't even the issue. Oh, at least from his perspective. I'm not disagreeing. Yeah, we'll like I said, we'll table the political conversation for Thursday evening. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Give me a second, guys. All right, that's down. Now I'm gonna do the ultra stretch here and see if this works. Except that I ripped it. Not that one. If you're streaming later, I'll watch you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm usually on every morning at 6 a.m. and then Thursdays at 7 p.m. Bye. I have to cook. Bye, E. Emma, have a nice day and enjoy your cooking time. China has facilities the size of cities with 1.4 million people making iPhones. Legislative Canopy. Yeah, correct. Multiple reasons, Robert. I think you're 100% right on that one as well. Now I'm really regretting not installing a bidet. TMI. That's funny as hell, though. If you do a final assembly, all the chips all made in China because it makes the short supply lines. Yeah. As I said, Robert, I don't disagree with you. I think that's 100% true. That horse has left the barn is the best way to put it. But again, you can't. Sometimes you what was it? You can't. Oh God, how's it? My wife's grandma used to say. You can teach dumb, but stupid is forever. The public opinion is just logistics. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Beware the TP shortages. Beware. Yeah. Robert, 100%. And I'm not. Trust me, I'm not trying to stymie conversation. It's just what I'd like to do is one of the things I've been trying to do is keep the heavier conversations like that not as much here, even though yes, I violate my own principle on a regular basis. I get it. Sometimes it's just I'm Greek. It's just hard not to say something. But yes, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying what I'd like to do is try to, if I'd like to have these conversations in a better forum, and that forum is usually on Thursday nights. This is I'm not saying it's family friendly. That's not my point. because God knows, we got kids here. I'm not going to say anything, but guys know me. I'm profane. I'm okay with that. All right, let's get these things cut as well. I'm gonna do this again. What time is it? I'm gonna be on for about another 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go upstairs. I think my wife's starting to wake up, so I want to go hang with her for a little while. As later on today, she and I are gonna go to see a roller derby match. I'm excited about that. And then my younger daughter has her birthday party today. Oh, I get it. Yeah, me absolutely exploding on the toilets. Yeah, the consequence of my actions. Greeks and Italians, profanities, our second language. Absolutely. Hell yeah, Richie. Something tells me that I'm going to be using a toothpick to clear some of this material away at a later point. My mask cutting skills are not stellar. I start to understand why companies make masking sets for models, for plane models primarily. There we go. Let's see how that comes out. That's always seemed to bleed. Yeah, it's the same thing with me. It's like this is why it's like, you're just gonna have to get prepared for there's gonna be some kind of repair afterward, right, Robert? I would like the Academy 148 A10. I want the Great Wall 172nd scale, which a few weeks ago was $45. Now it's 90. Because the instructions and really like the build process. Really, Tom, you went to that degree. That's awesome, man. Much better than Tamiya. Depending on the age of the Tamiya kits, like um, Mike Wine is building another. He just picked up another Tamiya Abrams. I would probably have suggested that he try I don't know who makes it, Border, Mang, whoever else is out there, because you're going to find that the build is excellent, but you're going to have a lot more detail on the Meng. Keep brush on hand with water thinner. Yeah. Speaking of profanity, got some Malay friends in the chat kept calling me CB me bag. Clueless thought they meant center back. Uh-oh. Turns out it's Sibai, which I'm kind of curious as to what that is. Academy is Korean, so it will be cheaper than Great Wall. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Dude, that 810 in 172nd scale is, fuck, how much is that now? I think it's like, it's been ranging anywhere from between $70 and $90 for a 170. Now, don't get me wrong, I get it. It's a pretty big plane. By the way, I saw one of those in real life when we were at the New England Air Museum. Again, Ray, thanks very much. Had a great time there. Seeing one of those things up close and in person, wow, what a plane. Granted, what it's supposed to do to people is kind of disheartening, but it looks really cool. The Academy A10 is which plane? Oh, the A10 Thunderbolt 2. The up in the near Bradley Airport here in Connecticut. Not here, but in Connecticut, they have the New England Air Museum, and that museum has an A10 out on display. So well over like 150, 200 now. Well, the the 1/72nd scale, yeah, if you're talking about for Tom, I don't know what the Academy is, but the 1/72nd scale, yeah, jumped up by literally the cost of the tariffs. And the other part, like what Robert was saying earlier, is it's not even just that. The other big problem is that a lot of this stuff is just no longer available. Scheisse. Give me a second here, guys. This it didn't seem to cut through here, I guess. I picked up the Yola Park Optimus Prime kit about 8 weeks ago. I figured I wouldn't be able to find it again if I didn't. Yeah, what I actually, Dwayne, question: have you been on either AliExpress or wherever you buy it from? Is it available any longer? You know, I'm not an Optimus guy. I don't really care for Transformers much, but I really liked the way that thing looked, and I was like, well, it seems to be pretty short money. Maybe I'll pick it up, right? I'm scared to ask even how much that is now. Saw a flight of A-10s landing takeoff when we were in Tucson. Really? Oh, that must have been cool. I haven't been on either. Yeah, eBay was showing shipping fees out of China going from 2 to 2. Yeah. Wow. It's insane. Nothing like stopping commerce. So I understand some of this. I just don't think. I'm just not a big fan of bam-bamming the way through this stuff. And that's what we're seeing right now. You want to do things surgically? Have at it. You want to bam-bam, like literally just go in with like a hammer and start doing this? Yeah, it's getting very destructive. But I'm too scared. Yeah. There might be another. Excuse me, my friends. Let's see. Yeah, I fully support taking a scalpel to things. Yeah, like fingers. Dwayne, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Tis the season to be sneezy. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, a few weeks back, it really kicked into like high gear. All right, I'm going to lay down this this piece, and I will probably come back to it either later today or tomorrow. It is possible that I will not be working on the Dendrobium tomorrow because the theater is underneath the room where my daughter and her friends are likely going to be spending the night, and I don't want to wake them up. So it is, like I said, possible that I'm going to be in the bench down here working on stuff, just to let everybody know. There we go. Okay. We'll see how this goes tomorrow. Asking for a friend. I'm sorry. What's the question there, Dwayne? I missed it, I guess. All right. Ah, man. Let's do another hit of coffee. And we're out, which means it is time to get ready to bail. I'll leave this out. Okay. So my hope is just to keep people appraised. My hope is later today, I'll actually get back to Misayase. I'm going to repaint all of the sleeve markings, at least lay down another layer of white paint. And then see where that goes. Because and then probably then mask a little bit of the sleeves just to kind of like my hand brushing skills are not that great. Good talking to George. Check Blue Sky. I will, Dwayne. Thank you. I will definitely be on later today. But Dwayne, thanks for popping in, man. Always good to see you, and have fun with the family as you guys are also recuperating. Thank you. I agree. It is fun. These hangouts are super fun. Anyway, I'll be back on this later today. I hope. Hope we have some time to do some airbrushing. Tomorrow I will likely be back here, and not over working on the dendrobium. We'll see. And with that, stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. This has been a fun morning of talk. I really enjoyed our conversations today. Just all in all, just great. Catch you all later. Seb, have a great day, my friend. Hopefully it'll be a nice, smooth, and quiet day for you. But go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It is getting nuttier and crazier by the moment. Okay? Brighten somebody's day. Do good for others. Don't vilify. Don't rake over the coals. Don't treat people like crap. Do right by people. I'll be back on again tomorrow. Enjoy the day, everybody. Love you all, and peace.